Well, now we're starting into Genesis chapter 4. We're going to look at the first 5 verses. And again, I want to encourage you, read the text, stop now, read the first 5 verses, or read them after. Again, if there's any questions or comments or thoughts, send them into the church, faithemc at Rogers, or my own email, ggessler@outlook.com. Anyways, first 5 verses of Genesis. Adam and Eve, they begin fulfilling one of the mandates God had given them in the garden, and that is to be fruitful and to multiply. And they have 2 sons, Cain and Abel. And there's some word plays, and there's a lot of word plays in the Old Testament with the Hebrew language. The word for Cain is similar to the word for create. And so that's why that's there in the text. And the word for Abel is actually related to the Hebrew word for breath or vapor, which already to the original readers would have been suggesting something is going to happen to Abel. And these boys, they take different professions, which again are part of the other mandate to tend, to guard, to cultivate creation. And there's nothing more or less spiritual about their professions. Cain becomes a farmer. That's one aspect. Plants, tending, cultivating, helping God's garden, Eden, expand into the rest of creation. And Abel goes the path of tending animals. And some see, well, should have been animals, and problem was Cain's profession. The text makes no hint of that. They go to sacrifice. They both are coming before God, and Abel, well, his sacrifice is accepted by God and Cain's is not. The difference, again, sometimes is made too much of that. Well, Cain offered crops, not an animal sacrifice, and God wants animal sacrifices. Again, that's not the best way to understand this text. It's not the key difference. The key difference is the text says that Cain brought some, Abel brought the best of what they had respectively. And that's the difference. The attitude in which Cain had towards God and the attitude in which Abel had towards God showed in what they brought. Abel brought his best, Cain brought some. He kept the best for himself. Ancient readers would have seen this clearly as a reminder, a call, a challenge that God deserves, God merits our best. Later on, we'll see there were sacrifices in Leviticus that are not animal oriented. They are grains and crops and what is grown, fellowship offerings. And so we don't need to stress or force this text into animal sacrifice and blood sacrifice and those kind of concepts. That's not what's here in this section of Genesis. It's the heart of the worshiper towards God. He merits, he is worth, he deserves our best. And so here's my question for you, for me today. Where are you tempted to settle, to give God less than, to use a phrase of a devotional I've gone through in the past, to give less than your utmost for his highest? What God has given to us, the rugged commitment he has towards us, greatly deserves our rugged commitment to be with God, for God, and unto his very best. And that means giving him our best, our all. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you. May the Lord be gracious to you today. And would you know his peace as you serve him. God bless.